Life is a battlefield, and every day is a new test. Whether it be business, relationships, or personal growth, it's a constant and ever-changing war that requires you to be prepared and adaptable at all times. Just like in any war, the key to victory relies on your ability to outmaneuver and outthink your opponent. And there is one man that mastered this art to a devastating effect. Six-time NBA champion and a dark psychology master. Michael Jordan, a global icon widely celebrated as the greatest basketball player of all time. Despite his versatile skill set and immense athleticism, MJ mastered the mind and turned every game into a mental battle by psychologically outwitting his opponents. He didn't just want to beat them, he wanted to crush his competition. We all have to compete in this world, and if you pretend to be too morally correct for competition, your goals and dreams will be gladly taken away by someone else. Today, I will teach you the 6 ruthless psychological tactics that MJ used to dominate the NBA and leave the strongest players doubting themselves. Dark psychology often focuses on exploiting vulnerabilities, creating pressure, or leveraging fear to gain an edge. While these tactics are the most evident in competitive sports, you can certainly apply this knowledge to win your own battles in life. So pay attention till the end, because after this video, you will have the upper hand in any situation. Number 1, reframing criticism. MJ instilled so much fear that towards the end of his career, nobody dared to trash talk him. They knew that he possessed an unparalleled ability to manipulate the mental game by taking insults and turning them into motivation. Whether it was the media berating him or his opponents disrespecting him, Jordan always found a way to use that as fuel and took it personally in proving them wrong. By framing every challenge as personal, he kept himself constantly locked in that very few could match, and his performance only accelerated when he was raged and under pressure. And if nobody trash-talked him, well, then he would fabricate a story in his mind just to give himself a competitive edge. This psychological dominance allowed him to stay calm while observing and building up emotional rage, then unleashing it in explosive bursts on the court. It's like a dark psyche switch that he could just turn on and off at his will, and he never turned it off, allowing him to control the narrative and dictate the pace. For most of his opponents, going up against him was a mental battle they often lost well before the game even began. It's a reminder to all of us that the mind is the most powerful weapon of all. By reframing setbacks as opportunities, anyone can channel adversity into growth and success. It's also a testament that emotions are a vital source of energy. If controlled and wielded correctly, you can use it to your advantage to create a massive impact. Never underestimate the power of emotional forgery, as mastering this will put you ahead of everyone. Number 2, intimidate. Combat sports are notoriously known to use trash talking as a form of intimidation. MJ mastered the art of trash talking in the NBA to the point where he disrupted his opponent's confidence. The art of intimidation stems from the ability to back up everything you say, so make sure you can walk the walk before you talk the talk. MJ earned this right as his game itself did most of his talking. By meticulously studying what triggers his opponents, his calculated verbal taunts always made them second-guess their own abilities. Most people don't understand themselves, nor do they understand their opponent, and that is why they constantly lose in life. In reality, if you don't know yourself, you don't know anything. You're just a product of your environment. At the same time, knowing oneself but not your opponent will cause you to lose as often as you win because the outcome is unpredictable. Jordan understood that a second of hesitation or a momentary loss in focus can make all the difference between victory and defeat. By exploiting this fear, He turned every game into a psychological warfare and broke his opponents down mentally before they could challenge him physically. And to raise the stakes even higher, he leveraged trash talking as a double-edged sword to force pressure on himself. So if he told you that he's going to give you 50 points that night, now he has to do it because he said it. And he always delivered. Number 3, create an aura of invincibility. During his reign, everyone wanted to be like Mike. The mystique he created around himself was through his relentless pursuit of greatness. Even though he was the best and so widely celebrated, he never took that for granted and always wanted to get better while never staying complacent. There's always room for growth. No matter how good you think you are, there's always someone better. There is no competition where complacency is present, so never stay stagnant and always keep it moving. When asked what makes him the best in the world, Jordan responded with, "Every day I demand more from myself than anybody could possibly expect. I don't compete with other people, I compete with what I'm capable of." One of his most iconic performances came during Game 5 of the 1997 NBA Finals. Dubbed as the flu game, MJ took over the game, scoring 38 points in a heroic effort on the road while being visibly ill. Not only was this a testament to his physical resilience, but it was a reminder that his unmatched mental fortitude was his greatest weapon for anyone that dared to challenge him. Part of being unstoppable was demanding that same dedication from his team by pushing them to their limits. Every great leader understands that a big key to success is having a synchronized team operating with the same vision. Jordan's strategy was to create an environment where only the mentally tough could thrive, preparing his army for the pressures of the postseason. Although his teammates despised him for it, they later thanked him because those that endured his challenges emerged stronger and resilient. His ability to impose his will on others was rooted in his unmatched work ethic by training harder, practicing longer, and demanding more from himself than anyone else on the court. Number 4, embrace failure. Michael Jordan has missed more than 9,000 shots in his career, but he understood that failure is the key to success, so you can never shy away from it. Most people are hesitant to raise their hand or take the initiative solely due to fear of failure. Think about rejection as an example. Feeling rejected is really an internal emotion. If somebody rejects you and it doesn't bother you at all, then are you really feeling the pain of rejection? Embracing failure is the only way to grow, and this allowed MJ to thrive in high-pressure situations where the game was on the line with his team down and a few seconds left on the clock. His ability to deliver clutch performances further instilled fear in his opponents, who knew that they were up against a man who thrived under pressure and wasn't afraid of failure. Number 5, breed confidence. The harder I practice, the easier the game will become. Hard work breeds confidence, and work ethic will always eliminate fear. MJ is known for moments such as hitting the game-winning shot or making a free throw with his eyes closed. While these flashy stunts reminded his opponents who they were up against, the formidable confidence behind that execution came from tireless hours in the dark gym, practicing again and again and again. Listen, you know what you're capable of and what you are not. Champions aren't forged in the crowd. They are assembled through the countless hours of dedication they put in when nobody is watching. The ultimate competitors in life are always on the hunt for their next big challenge. Tackling bigger wins in life through discipline and resilience is the fastest way to skyrocket your confidence. Number 6, chase your passion. Most people will sadly never achieve their true potential or follow their passion, which gives them the ultimate drive in life. In order to do so, you have to know exactly who you are. So ask yourself, who are you? And what is it that you want? Be honest with yourself about your limitations. MJ knew exactly who he was. He understood that his drive to win and passion to become the ultimate competitor was his biggest motivator in life. So ask yourself, what is it that drives you and why? Your why must be undeniable and clear to yourself. For Jordan, he describes the game of basketball as a relationship that's evolved over time, giving him a place of refuge and a place where he sought comfort and peace. A game that has given him both intense pain and intense joy. This mastery of dark psychology paired with relentless preparation and an undying spirit to be the best is what transcended Michael Jordan into a legendary icon. Although most of his tactics are rooted in competition, adapting this mindset is a blueprint for life. Let me know in the comments which traits stood out to you the most. Until next time.